So Jake Paul versus Mike Tyson finally happened, even though it should never have happened. The fight went pretty much how I expected it to go, with Mike having the most success in the first 2 rounds and then, deteriorating, tiring after that, and then Jake proceeding to tee off on him, etc. But in my original prediction, I thought that Jake would knock him out by the 4th round, but he didn't. It went all 8 rounds, and Jake won by unanimous decision. In the beginning, he was landing some big shots. He was hesitant at first because you don't know what to expect of the opponent in front of you. But once he realized he could have his way with him, he didn't go for the kill. And in his post-fight interview, he said that he didn't want to hurt someone who didn't need to be hurt. I could see that he had some big opportunities to really put it on Mike and KO him, but he purposefully did not take them. Either way, some big shots were still landed on Mike, and it was just very hard to watch. Seeing an older man get beat up like that, I felt so uncomfortable. It felt wrong. It was not right. But props to Mike for taking some of those shots, but I feel like the 14-ounce gloves definitely played a huge factor. And the fact that Jake was not, using 100% of his power. If he did and it was in like 10 or 8-ounce gloves, Mike would have gotten knocked out for sure. I posted a prediction video on TikTok and YouTube Shorts, and I got a lot of hate comments calling me delusional, a moron, etc. My appearance was insulted. Because, I predicted that Jake would knock him out in the 4th. And people were acting like I wanted Mike to lose. I wanted that to happen, which was not the case. I wanted Mike to win. I was just looking at the reality of the situation. Mike is 58 years old. He's almost 60 years old. And he's already taken a lot of damage on his body throughout his entire career, and Jake is in his physical peak at 27 years old. I was just looking at the reality of the situation. Mike's ring IQ was still there, of course. He's been a boxer his whole life. His reflexes are still there, but the speed and the mobility is not there anymore because he's 58 years old. Mike made a tweet after the fight saying, "This is one of those situations when you lost but still won. I'm grateful for last night. No regrets to get in the ring one last time. I almost died in June. Had 8 blood transfusions, lost half my blood and 25 pounds in the hospital, and had to fight to get healthy to fight, so I won. To have my children see me stand toe-to-toe and finish 8 rounds with a talented fighter half my age in front of a packed Dallas Cowboy Stadium is an experience that no man has the right to ask for. Thank you." Now, I'm glad that Mike had that experience that he wanted to have of getting in the ring one last time, and I hope it's one last time for the sake of his own physical health. But to have 8 blood transfusions, to almost die, lost half your blood, 25 pounds in the hospital, surely someone on his team, at least one person on his team, would have known about this. And to still let him fight, I know he's a grown man and can make his own decisions, but there's a time like that where, as a team, you got to put your foot down and say, "Mike, you should not do this. You cannot do this for your health." I hope Jake and Nikisa didn't know about this, because if they did and Jake still proceeded to hit Mike with some big shots, that would just be terrible. From whatever round it was that Mike really stopped moving and throwing, I cringed every time Jake hit him. It was just so bad. But I'm glad he showed an ounce of humanity by not knocking him out and, bowing to him at the end of the fight. In my professional opinion, this fight should never have been sanctioned as a professional bout. It should have been billed as an exhibition, because Mike does not deserve this loss on his record, and Jake does not deserve this win on his record. It was hardly a fight, let alone a professional fight. 2-minute rounds, 14-ounce gloves, that's not a professional fight. Shame on the Texas Commission for making this professional. If your opponent is more than half your age, and is not really fighting back, unable to, it should not go on either fighter's record. So to the people saying that the fight was rigged, think about reality for a second. Mike is 58 years old, way out of his prime. Jake is in his prime at 27 years old. Come on, it's just reality. It's not rigged. Now, Jake really needs to fight someone his own age again. I know he's scared to, because the one time he did, who was an actual active boxer, he lost. So I know he's scared to do that again, but we're not going to take you seriously if you keep fighting retired MMA fighters, retired boxers who are 40 plus years old. This is the definition of cherry picking. I feel like he should return to the Andre August, Ryan Borland era of his boxing career. Not those two specifically, but like journeymen his age. That I feel like would give him more respect than fighting retired old people. Like, come on. If you're going to cherry pick active boxers around your age that sure you can beat, but still it would look better on your record, in my opinion. Yeah, that's really all I got to say. To reiterate, fight shouldn't have happened. Glad it's over with at least, but just should not have happened. It was just not right seeing an older man get beat up like that. Let me know what you thought about the fight in the comments. Like, subscribe. See you next time.